I lost my job, my home, and my fiancé in 3 days. But the real shock came when I discovered who planned it all. I worked late again that night. My boss needed the report by morning. I sat at my computer and typed. The office was quiet now. Everyone else went home at 6:00, but I stayed until midnight. My job was important to me. I worked at a startup company. We made software for hospitals. I was the lead developer. The work was hard, but exciting. I checked my phone, 10 messages from Corrado. Caradoc was my fiancé. We plan to marry next year. I felt bad. I forgot to call him. I sent a quick message. Sorry, working late. Love you. I got home after midnight. Caradoc was asleep on the sofa. The TV was still on. I turned it off quietly. His face looked sad even in sleep. When did that sadness start? I was too tired to think about it. Tomorrow I would make time for him, but tomorrow came and I forgot again. The weekend arrived. I woke up late on Saturday. Caradoc was in the kitchen. He made coffee for himself, not for me. I noticed but said nothing. Good morning, I said. Morning, he said. He did not smile. The doorbell rang. I opened the door. My sister Mira stood there. She wore a pretty red dress. Surprise, Mira said. She hugged me tight. I missed you. Mira, come in. I was happy. I had not seen her for months. Mira walked inside. She saw Caradoc in the kitchen. Hello, Caradoc, she said sweetly. You look so handsome today. Caradoc smiled at her, a real smile. He had not smiled at me like that in weeks. We sat in the living room. I made tea for everyone. Mira talked about her new job. She worked at a fashion store. She told funny stories. Caradoc laughed. I felt happy they got along. I need to check my email, I said. Just 5 minutes. I went to my home office. I opened my laptop. My boss sent 3 urgent emails. I started to reply. In the living room, Mira moved closer to Corrado. I did not see this. She touched his arm softly. You must feel so lonely, Mira said quietly. Well, Lonnie works all the time. She does, Caradoc said. His voice was tired. Work is her whole life now. You are very patient, Mira said. You deserve someone who really listens to you. Thank you, Caradoc said. He felt understood. I came back 30 minutes later. Not 5:30, sorry, I said. Work emergency. She hugged me. Goodbye. Then she hugged Caradoc. Her hug lasted too long, but I was thinking about work. I did not notice. Mira visited again the next day, and the day after that she came very often now. Always when I was working, she talked to Caradoc for hours. I stayed in my office. One evening, everything changed. I left my phone on the table. I went to take a shower. Mira was alone in the living room. She picked up my phone carefully. She knew my password. I gave it to her last year. Mira created a fake message. She made it look like my boss sent it. The message said, "Thanks for last night. You were amazing. See you tomorrow." She saved the fake message. Then she put my phone back. She smiled to herself. I came back from the shower. My phone made a sound. Caradoc walked past the table. He saw the screen light up. The message said, "Great, I will pick you up at 8." Caradoc stopped. He picked up my phone. He read the messages, the fake ones. His hands shook. "What's wrong?" I asked. "Nothing," he said. His voice was cold. He put my phone down hard. The screen cracked. Then he walked to the bedroom. He closed the door hard. He stayed inside for hours. I stood there alone. I felt confused. What just happened? Why was he angry? I tried to open the door. It was locked. Mira watched from the hallway. She hid in the shadows. She smiled. Her plan worked perfectly. That night, Caradoc slept on the sofa. He refused to sleep near me. I tried to talk to him. He turned away. "Please tell me what's wrong," I said. "Go back to your work," he said. His words were like ice. "That's all you care about." His words hurt me, but I had a deadline tomorrow. My boss needed my report, so I went back to my office. I cried while I worked, but I finished the report. In the living room, Caradoc lay awake. He thought about the messages. He thought about my late nights. He thought about my boss. He felt betrayed and stupid. He thought about Mira, how kind she was, how well she listened, how she made him feel important again. The doubt grew bigger inside him, and I had no idea. The next days were very strange. Caradoc barely talked to me. He left early every morning. He came home late every night. When I asked him questions, he gave short answers. "Where were you?" I asked one evening. "Out," he said. That was all. I felt worried and confused, but work was very busy. My boss needed me for a big project. I worked 12 hours every day. I did not have time to fix things with Caradoc. Caradoc met Mira almost every day now. He called her when he felt angry. She always answered. She always had time for him. One afternoon, they met at a coffee shop. Caradoc sat across from Mira. He looked tired and sad. "I don't know what to do," Caradoc said. "I saw the messages on her phone. She lied to me." "I am so sorry," she said. Her voice was soft and kind. "You deserve so much better than this." "I love her," Caradoc said, "but she doesn't love me anymore. Work is more important to her, and now her boss. She doesn't deserve you." Mira said firmly, "You need a woman who puts family first, a woman who really sees you." Caradoc looked at Mira. She was so different from me. She dressed beautifully. She wore makeup and perfume. She smiled at him warmly. She made him feel important. "You understand me," Caradoc said quietly. "I do," Mira said. She smiled at him. "I always will." They met again 2 days later. This time, Mira brought something with her. She showed Caradoc her phone. "I need to show you something," Mira said. She looked very serious. "I recorded this yesterday. I was at your apartment." Ulani did not know I was there. She pressed play. A voice came from the phone. It sounded like my voice. The voice said, "He is so boring now. I need someone more exciting, someone successful like you." Then another voice answered. A man's voice. "When will you leave him?" The voice that sounded like me said, "Soon, very soon." Caradoc listened. His face went white. His hands shook. "Is that really her?" he asked. "I am sorry," Mira said. She looked sad. "I did not want to hurt you, but you needed to know the truth. The recording was fake. Mira made it herself. She was very good with computers. She created the voices, but Caradoc did not know this. He believed every word." "She wants to leave me," Kurodo said. Tears filled his eyes. After everything I did for her, Mira moved closer to him. She put her arm around him. "You gave her everything," she said softly, "and she threw it all away." Caradoc felt broken inside. He felt angry and hurt, and Mira was right there holding him, understanding him. "She clears throat, took everything from you," Mira whispered. "Maybe you should take something from her." "What do you mean?" Caradoc asked. "The project data." Mira said on her computer at home, "That data is worth a lot of money. She used you for years. Why shouldn't you get something back?" "I can't do that," Caradoc said, but his voice was weak. "Why not?" Mira asked. "She betrayed you first. She deserves this." Caradoc thought about the messages, the recording, all the nights I chose work over him. His anger grew bigger and bigger. "How would I even do it?" he asked. "I can help you." That night I came home at midnight again. Caradoc was already in bed, or so I thought. Actually, he was in my home office. He opened my laptop. He knew my password. I never changed it. He copied all the project files, every document, every piece of data. He put them on a USB drive. His hands shook the whole time, but he did not stop. He sent the files to an email address. Mira gave him that address. The files went to a competitor company. They paid Mira $20,000. She kept it all. She did not give Caradoc anything. When I walked into the apartment, Caradoc was back in bed. He pretended to sleep. I went to bed too. I tried to hug him. He moved away from me. "Caradoc," I whispered. He said nothing. He kept his back to me. Inside, he felt angry and guilty, but mostly angry. He believed I betrayed him first. So this was justice. This was fair. I lay there in the dark. I felt so alone. My fiancé would not touch me. My work was the only good thing left. But soon I would lose that too. Monday morning started like any other day. I woke up early. I got dressed for work. Caradoc was already gone. He left before I woke up. This happened every day now. I drove to the office. I felt nervous but did not know why. Something felt wrong in the air. I walked into the building. My coworkers looked at me strangely. They whispered to each other. Then they looked away quickly. My stomach felt sick. I went to my desk. My boss was already there. He stood next to my computer. His face was red with anger. 2 security guards stood behind him. "Ulani," he said, his voice was very cold. "Come to my office now." I followed him, my legs felt weak. What was happening in his office? He turned to face me. "The project data was leaked," he said. "Our competitor has everything, every single file." My heart stopped. "What?" I whispered. "How is that possible?" "Leak came from your computer." He said, "Your login, your files, that's impossible." I said, "I would never do that. The evidence is clear." He said, "You betrayed this company. You sold our data." "No," I said, tears filled my eyes. "I didn't do anything. Someone must have used my computer. Who else has access?" he asked. "Who else knows your password?" I thought about this. Only Caradoc knew my password, but Caradoc would never, would he? "Pack your things," my boss said. "You are fired. Security will escort you out." "Please," I begged, "please believe me, I am innocent." "Leave now," he said, "or I will call the police." The security guards walked me to my desk. Everyone watched. They all stared at me. Some people whispered. Some people shook their heads. I felt so ashamed. I packed my things into a box. My hands shook badly. I could not stop crying. Clear's throat. This job was my whole life. And now it was gone. The guards walked me out of the building. Everyone saw. It was so humiliating. I put my box in my car. Then I sat there and cried for an hour. Finally, I drove home. I needed Caradoc. He would help me. He would comfort me. We would figure this out together. I opened the apartment door. Caradoc was in the bedroom. I heard him moving things around. "Corrado," I called out. I ran to the bedroom. Something terrible happened. I was fired. They said I leaked data, but I didn't. Caradoc looked at me. His face was cold and hard. He had a suitcase on the bed. He was packing his clothes. "What are you doing?" I asked. Fear filled my heart. "I am leaving," he said simply. He folded a shirt. He put it in the suitcase. "Leaving," I repeated. I could not believe it. "But I need you. I just lost my job." "You lost your job because of your choices," he said. His voice had no emotion. "You made your bed, now sleep in it." "What are you talking about?" I cried. "I didn't do anything wrong." Caradoc stopped packing. He turned to me. His eyes were full of anger. "Don't lie to me anymore," he said. "I know about you and your boss. I saw the messages. I heard the recording." "What messages?" I asked. I felt so confused. "What recording?" "The messages on your phone," he said. "Where he thanked you for the night together. Where you said you had a great time. That's crazy." I said, "I never sent those messages. I never did anything with my boss." "And the recording," Caradoc continued. "Where you said I was boring. Where you said you wanted someone more successful." "I never said that," I screamed. "Someone is lying to you. Someone set this up. Stop lying." Caradoc shouted back, "I have proof. I saw it. I heard it." He zipped his suitcase closed. He picked it up. He walked toward the door. "Please don't go," I begged. I grabbed his arm. "Please, we can fix this. Someone is trying to destroy us." Caradoc pulled his arm away. "I already found someone else," he said. "Someone who actually values me. Someone who puts me first." My heart broke into pieces. "Someone else," I whispered. "Who? That doesn't matter," he said. "What matters is that I am done. We are done." He walked out of the bedroom. I followed him. I was crying so hard I could barely see. "Don't leave me," I cried. "Please, I love you." Caradoc opened the front door. He looked back at me one last time. His face showed no love, no kindness, nothing. "Goodbye, Ulani," he said. Then he walked out. The door closed behind him. I stood there in the empty apartment. I could not move. I could not think. One day I lost everything. My job, my fiancé, my whole life. I fell to the floor. I cried until no more tears came. The apartment was so quiet, so empty, so cold. I did not understand what happened. Someone destroyed my life, but who and why? The answer was closer than I thought, but I would not learn the truth until it was far too late. 3 days passed. I had no job. I had no money. The landlord called me. He wanted the rent. I could not pay it. I had nowhere to go. My friends all worked at my old company. They did not answer my calls anymore. They thought I was a traitor. They thought I sold company secrets. I had only one choice left. I had to go to my parents' house. I did not want to go there. My parents were always very strict. They would be disappointed in me, but I had no other option. I packed a small bag. I took only my clothes and my phone. Everything else stayed in the apartment. I could not afford to keep it anyway. I drove to my parents' house. It was 2 hours away. I cried the whole drive. My life was completely destroyed. How did this happen so fast? I arrived at my parents' house. It was a big white house with a garden. I grew up in this house. But it never felt like home, not really. I parked my car on the street, then I saw something that made me freeze. Another car was in the driveway, a blue car. I knew that car. It was Caradoc's car. My heart started to beat very fast. Why was Cadoc here? He left me 3 days ago. He said he found someone else. Why would he come to my parents' house? I walked slowly to the front door. My hands shook. I felt scared, but I did not know why. I opened the door quietly. The house was silent. My parents were not home. They went on vacation last week. I remembered now. Only Mira lived here right now. Mira still lived with our parents. She never moved out. I heard voices from the living room. I walked toward the sound. My stomach felt sick. I reached the living room doorway. I looked inside and my whole world shattered into pieces. Cadoc sat on the sofa. Mira sat right next to him, very close, too close. They had wine glasses in their hands. Mira's hand rested on Caradoc's arm. She laughed at something. He said. He smiled at her. A warm smile, a loving smile. I could not breathe. I could not move. This could not be real. This had to be a nightmare. You, I finally screamed. My voice broke the silence. You with my sister. They both turned to look at me. Caradoc's face went white. He looked shocked and guilty. But Mira smiled. She smiled coldly like a snake. Hello, Ulani, Mira said sweetly. She did not move her hand from Cadoc's arm. Welcome home. What is this? I shouted. Tears ran down my face. What are you doing? Mira stood up slowly. She walked toward me. Her smile grew bigger. What does it look like? Mira asked. Caradoc and I are together now. He chose me, not you. How could you? I cried. You are my sister. Sister, Mira laughed. The laugh was cold and cruel. You were never my sister. You were always the favorite. You got everything. The good grades, the good job, the parents' love. That's not true, I said. It is true, Mira said. Her eyes went dark. But now I have something you don't. I have Caradoc and I have something else too. What are you talking about? I asked. Mira looked at Cadoc. Tell her, she said. Tell her what you did. Cadoc stood up. He could not look at me. His face showed shame and guilt. I don't understand, I whispered. He didn't just choose me, Ulani, Mira said. Her voice was full of pride. He helped me destroy you. He sold it for me. He helped me secure our future. The room started to spin. I grabbed the doorway to stay standing. Caradoc, I looked at him. You stole my data. You destroyed my career. Cadoc finally looked at me. You cheated on me first, he said weakly. Mira showed me proof. I never cheated. I screamed. There was no proof. She lied to you. I looked at Mira. Everything became clear now. The fake messages, the fake recording, all of it was Mira. She planned everything. You did this, I said to Mira. You destroyed my life. Why? Because I could, Mira said simply. Because you had everything and now you have nothing and I have it all. She walked back to Caradoc. She took his hand. He let her hold it. I felt like I was dying inside. My sister, my fiancé, they betrayed me together. They destroyed me together. I hate you both, I whispered. Then I turned and ran. I ran out of the house. I ran to my car. I drove away as fast as I could. Behind me in that house sat the two people who killed my old life. And I would never forgive them. Never. I ran to my car. I got inside. I tried to start the engine, but my hands shook too much. I could not hold the keys. I dropped them on the floor. I sat there and cried. I cried so hard, my whole body shook. Everything was gone. My job, my home, my fiancé, and it was all because of my own sister. Then I heard shouting from inside the house. The windows were open. I could hear voices clearly. That was perfect, Mira's voice said. But her voice sounded different now. Cold and mean. Did you see her face? She looked so broken. Mira, Cadoc's voice said. He sounded confused. What are you talking about? Oh, stop pretending. Mira said. She laughed. We won. We destroyed her completely. Mira laughed again. The laugh was cruel and harsh. Cared about you. Don't be stupid. You were just a tool, a very useful tool. I stopped crying. I listened carefully. What was happening in there? What do you mean? Caradoc asked. His voice shook now. I used you. Mira said simply, I needed someone to destroy Ulani. You were perfect, so jealous, so easy to manipulate. But the messages, Caradoc said, the recording, those were real. No, they weren't, Mira said. I made everything up. The messages were fake. The recording was fake. Ulani never cheated on you. She loved you, and you destroyed her anyway. There was silence. Then Caradoc spoke. His voice was very small. You lied to me, he whispered. Of course I lied, Mira said. She sounded annoyed now. How else would I get you to steal the data? You are too weak to do bad things on your own. Why? Caradoc asked. Why did you do this money? Mira said, our parents have a lot of money. They planned to give everything to Alani because she was so perfect, so successful. But now she has no job, no reputation. Clear's throat, they will give everything to me instead. You destroyed your own sister for money, Caradoc said. He sounded shocked and sick. Yes, Mira said. And you helped me, now get out of my house. What? Caradoc said. Get out, Mira repeated. Her voice was ice cold. You served your purpose, I don't need you anymore. And I certainly don't want you, but I left Alani for you, Caradoc said. I thought we were together. Together, Mira laughed. With you, you are a pathetic fool. I would never want you. You are nothing. I heard footsteps, heavy footsteps running. The front door opened. Caradoc ran out. He saw my car. He ran toward me. I quickly locked my doors. He reached my car. He knocked on the window. Ulani, he shouted. Please let me explain. I finally found my keys. I started the engine. I would not look at him. Ulani, please, he begged. Mira lied to me. She made everything up. The messages were fake. The recording was fake. You never cheated. I rolled down my window just a little bit, just enough to speak. I know they were fake, I said. My voice was cold and dead. I always knew, but you didn't believe me. You believed her instead. I was confused, Caradoc said. Tears ran down his face. I was jealous. She manipulated me. You believed her lies more than my truth, I said. And then you ended up in her arms. You destroyed my whole life. You stole from me. You betrayed me. I am so sorry, Caradoc cried. Please forgive me. I made a terrible mistake. Sorry is not enough, I said. Nothing will ever be enough. I started to drive away. Caradoc grabbed my car door. He would not let go. Then we heard sirens. Police cars came down the street. 3 cars. They stopped in front of my parents' house. Police officers got out. They walked toward us. One officer came to my car window. Are you Ani? The officer asked. Yes, I said. Is this Caradoc? The officer asked. He pointed at Caradoc. Yes, I said again. The officer turned to Corrado. Corrado, you are under arrest. You stole company data. You sold it illegally. What? Caradoc said. His face went white, but Mira helped me. She told me to do it. She took the money. We only have evidence against you. The officer said someone sent us all the proof. The emails came from your account. The money went to your name. Caradoc looked at the house. Mira stood in the window. She smiled and waved at him. She set him up perfectly. She made sure all the evidence pointed only at him. No, Caradoc shouted. This is not fair. Mira did this. She planned everything. The officers put handcuffs on him. They led him to the police car. He looked back at me one last time. Ulani, he cried. I am so sorry, please. But I felt nothing, no anger, no sadness, nothing at all. He made his choice. Now he paid the price. I drove away. In my mirror, I saw the police car leave. I saw Mira still standing in the window, still smiling. She won. She got everything she wanted, and I had nothing left at all. 6 months passed. My life changed completely, but not in the way anyone expected. Caradoc went to prison. He got 3 years for stealing company data. He wrote me letters from prison, many letters. I burned every single one. I never read them. He said he was sorry. He said Mira tricked him. He said he still loved me, but his words meant nothing now. He made his choice. He believed her over me. He destroyed me. Sorry, could not fix that. Mira got everything she wanted. Our parents came back from vacation. They learned about my scandal at work. They learned I lost my job. They were very disappointed in me. They never learned the truth. Mira told them I brought shame to the family. She said I stole data and sold it. She said I was a bad person. My parents believed her. They always believed her when it mattered. They gave her the house. They gave her their money. She won everything. I went to see my parents one last time. I tried to tell them the truth, but they did not listen. We are very disappointed in you. My father said, his voice was cold and final. You brought shame to our family. My mother said she would not look at me. Mira told you lies. I said she destroyed my life. She set everything up. Stop blaming your sister. My father said, take responsibility for your actions. I looked at them both. These people raised me, but they never really knew me. They never really loved me, not the way parents should love their children. Goodbye, I said. Then I walked out. I never went back. I left the city completely. I moved far away. I started a new life. I found a new job. It was not as good as my old job, but it was honest work. And that was enough. I lived in a small apartment now. I had very little money. I had no family. I had no fiancé, but I was free. People ask me sometimes if I am angry, if I want revenge. The answer is no. I am not angry anymore. I caught him with her that day in my parents' living room. But I did not just catch them together. I caught the truth about them. I saw who they really were. Kadak was weak and jealous. He chose to believe lies. He chose to hurt me. That was his choice, not Mira's. His Mira was cold and cruel. She destroyed her own sister for money. She felt no guilt. She felt no love. She was empty inside. I caught him with her. In that moment, I did not lose a lover and a sister. I lost two burdens. I walked out lighter than I had ever been. Some people think Mira won. She got the money. She got the house. She got everything. But I won something better. I won my freedom. I won my peace. I won my truth. And that was worth more than all the money in the world. I am starting again slowly, carefully. But I am starting, and this time I build my life only for me. We have reached the last line of today's story. Before you go, can I ask a small favor? If you enjoyed this video, please click like so more people can find it. Share it with a friend who is learning English and loves emotional stories. And don't forget to subscribe to Naila English Storytime. Your one click helps the channel grow stronger and stay alive. When you subscribe and ring the bell, new stories will come directly to you.